Hello, my name is Suzanne M., and I am the Senior Librarian for the Digitization and Special Collections Department at the Los Angeles Public Library. Welcome to today's Big Read program with our special guest, Chef T. Before we begin, we want to recognize and acknowledge the first people of this land, honor their elders, past and present, and the descendants who are citizens of these nations. For more information on which territory you might reside on, check out native-land.ca. We would also like to recognize the ongoing refugee crisis. For more information, check out rescue.org/topic/refugee-crisis. Our appreciation goes out to the National Endowment for the Arts Big Read, a partnership with Arts Midwest, Department of Cultural Affairs, and the National Endowment for the Humanities, the Lenore S. and Bernard A. Greenberg Fund, the Library Foundation, and all the behind-the-scenes staff helping to bring this program to you virtually. In addition, we thank the Friends of the Chinatown Branch Library for supporting our Big Read program series. If you would like to see more of our amazing programs, please visit our online calendar of events at lepl.org/events. Our website also has blog posts and video links that highlight the library's diverse resources and upcoming programs. Participants at today's program will have a chance to win a free copy of The Best We Could Do by T. Bui. Please email bigread@lepl.org to receive the link to the survey to be entered into the opportunity drawing, or to win a free copy of a free gift card, $50 gift card with the library store. You can also scan the QR code on the screen to access the survey. If at any time during this program you're finding that you're having a difficult time, please contact the Los Angeles County Emotional Support Worm Line here at 800-854-7771, available from 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. And now on to today's program. Chef Visoth Ouk, known as Chef T, is a graduate of Long Beach City College's Culinary Arts program and has come a long way. Born in a Thai refugee camp, Chef T was one of 10 children of Cambodian refugees who immigrated to Oakland in 1980, following the overthrow of the radical communist Khmer Rouge regime. His family then moved from Oakland to what is now known as Long Beach's Cambodia town when Chef T was 8 years old. He is currently the co-organizer and executive chef at Gladstone's in Long Beach. You can watch out for him as he competes in the upcoming season of Food Network's Supermarket Stakeout Show with Alex Guarnaschelli. Chef T is also featured in the 2021 book, Voices of a New Generation, Cambodian Americans in the Creative Arts by Dr. Christine Su. The ebook version is available for checkout from the library through Overdrive, and we'll be ordering print copies for the library as well. So now let's welcome to our virtual library stage, Chef T.
Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? Hi, Suzanne.
Thanks for joining us today and sharing your culinary knowledge with us.
Of course. It's great to actually share this story right now, even from the restaurant.
Yes. Let's start by talking a little bit about your background.
Okay.
What was it like for you to growing up as a child of refugees and being a young refugee yourself, then living in Long Beach in the 1990s?
Well, for one, language barriers. You know, coming to America, like for one thing, everything is new, so everything is a little bit different. And you know, our parents, they never taught us how to prepare for the new world. So I was still living in like how Cambodians are in Cambodia, and on the language. Of course, I didn't know how to speak English. Everybody was already well ahead of me. And you know, growing up, it was a little bit, you know, people didn't understand us, and people kind of like frowned upon us. And they made fun of me, and it was kind of hard being the outcast and trying to communicate, trying to make friends, and you don't know any English at all, and I felt isolated. I felt as a loner, like I had nobody. So, and I'm probably not the only one that went through that. Most of the kids from my generation, the generation 1.5 and 2 and 1, stuff like that, they're all the same. Sorry for the ice distraction at the moment.
No worries. We'll just wait until the ice is done.
Okay, momentarily we should be done. You guys done with the ice yet? I have a Zoom meeting back here. Okay, we're good. So did that answer your question, or?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You also had developed a love for cooking early on in your life. How did you discover and develop that love?
Yeah, when I was 4 years old, I started cooking already, believe that or not. So I was starting to watch my grandma and my mom cook, and I would always watch, and I don't say nothing. I just watch. And so when they go to sleep, so around midnight and stuff like that, I would take my stepping stool. It's about 2 steps, and then I would go to the stove, and I would cook steaks, eggs, like all types of stuff already by 4, because I was curious and I really enjoyed it. And this story is very funny. One time I woke up like around 12 or 1 a.m. in the morning. I went to go sear some steaks off, and I made some eggs. Perfect eggs and steak, by the way, a 4-year-old kid. I went to go watch Sesame Street while in the middle of the night by myself, and I left the pans on, and it burned the kitchen and nearly burned the house down.
Oh no!
Yes, and my parents were still asleep, and I fell asleep because as a kid, as a 4-year-old kid, I was done eating and I fell asleep to Sesame Street, and I nearly burned the whole house down. And after that day, I knew that this was my calling.
Oh, that's great. What was your path towards becoming a chef like? Could you describe it for us?
As in before I became a chef?
Yeah, before you became a chef, and then the process of becoming a chef.
Oh my gosh! Okay, so that let me see. Well, as a lot of people may know or may have not known, grew up in Long Beach. I really felt isolated. I felt like I was unwanted. So I took a criminal life, which was a gang life in Long Beach. If you guys know anything about Long Beach in the '90s, it was like gang infested. So I joined a gang, and I was in the gang for a long time, and got brainwashed, of course, to hate, no love, crimes, drugs, activity, violence, all that, name it. I've been through all that. I've seen all of it, and I didn't stop all of this until my sister passed away. By the way, she was she was 2 weeks shy of 2 degrees in at Cal State Fullerton. So I was trying to fulfill whatever she left off at and pick up where she left off and continued on to the saga. And I quit everything. I stopped the dark path and picked up this new path, which was this culinary path, the passion that I always had since I was a kid. And the journey was not easy because when you get out of something, there is no help. And also, the government doesn't help you also because of the criminal activities that you already have on your record.
Yeah.
So I was devastated, and I don't blame nobody because nobody did it beside myself. So I was okay with that. But on my way to becoming who I am, my friends and family, they turned me down. They didn't help. They didn't believe in me. Nearly almost spit at me. Like disgusted. Like I'm lying or something. And it was a hard journey. I walked to school. It took me 3 hours every day to walk to school, and then 3 hours back. So it was about 6 hours every day for 3 years. I walked
Wow.
till I walked till I had blood in my shoes. Have you guys ever like walk in the rain and you feel that little slosh in your feet? That
Yeah.
was me, but it wasn't water; it was blood.
Oh, wow.
'Cause I popped every blisters I had, and it was so painful. But I kept on going. I never stopped. And in between classes, I used to go to the restroom. You guys see those brown paper towels in the restrooms? So I
Mm-hmm.
would take my sock off, wrap my wrap my feet with those brown paper towels because I'm really bleeding, like really bleeding. And then I put my bloody sock back on, and put my shoes back on, and I will continue to keep going to the next class. And I did this almost every single day for 3 years until I graduated, top of my class in a culinary arts program at Long Beach City College. So
That's
that was my journey.
Thank you for sharing that with your story with us.
Yeah,
Your perseverance is just really inspiring.
thank
Um,
you, thank you.
could you tell us about how did you find community after you hit that turning point?
Yeah. So after graduating and becoming successful, one thing I didn't realize was when I was seeking help and all that, it seemed like I couldn't find it. I could nobody was around. So I decided to try to inspire kids and the community. And by doing so, I found a group of people in the Cambodian community here in Long Beach that feels the same way I do. So, I got in contact, I got in touch with them, and to meet people, the UCC people, the program, the UCC, Camp CC. There's a lot of programs and a lot of people and directors here in Cambodia town that actually gives a darn about our city, our kids, our future, and our people. And I was glad to get introduced to them because I wanted to showcase, like that there are people like me that wants to help and don't have any secret agenda behind it besides just to help. Because I wanted that. When I was struggling, I wanted somebody to help me, but I didn't receive it. So it was like a must for me to kind of like help back the community, you know, especially here in Long Beach, which helped me graduated. So I, I owe everything to the city, my people, and everything. So I always want to help and to to grow up and make people make judgments about you and stuff like that. It makes me even more stronger in the mind to actually go out there and set an example. Like it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody deserves a second chance in life, especially if they want to change. And people do need help. And
Yeah.
uh, and I am a like living proof that you can change your life, that you can become somebody special, and that you can follow your dreams no matter where you are.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And it just goes to show like the strength you had in be, becoming the mentor for others that you didn't necessarily have for yourself.
Thank you so much, Suzanne. Thank you.
What would you kind of touched on this a little bit, but
Yeah.
what would you like attribute your resilience and success to?
Oh my gosh. Probably the one my grandma would probably be the one that I would like to thank and and my other thing is myself the current my my motivation, my strength that to never quit and with the love from somebody that really cares about you and that believe in you when nobody else does. It fuels you. It gives this fire. And also at the same time, when you don't receive the love and the fuel from everybody else, it also fuels you also because you so much want to go out and prove everybody wrong. And that was one of the fuel that I had the most to fight everything, to go against every odd, to go against every obstacle, was to show people that you guys were wrong about me. And that whatever you guys said, whatever you guys believed in, the names that you guys used to call me, that it's not true at all. That the truth is, the journey that I went through proves to everybody my resilience and all the stuff that I've done so far in my life go to show that strength does lie from within, which I do have. Yes.
Yeah, and that's why you nicknamed yourself
The
the
Rising
Rising
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yes, I nicknamed myself the Rising Phoenix in school. Sorry, I get a little emotional telling my story sometimes. So yeah, I get a little emotional. But yeah, so in culinary school, everybody knew, kind of like during my second year, my background, like, giving everything up, trying to be a better person, trying to be a new person. I think one of my fellow classmates was like, so you're from the ashes, huh? Like you're from the streets. You're kind of like a phoenix, man. You're like a phoenix that rise. And then ever since that day, everybody in class started calling me Rising Phoenix, Rising Phoenix, Rising Phoenix, and the name stuck. So there you go, which is great when somebody dub you something like that.
Yes, yes, totally apropos and very beautiful. Uh, what so let's talk about like what you're planning to make for us today. And why
So,
did you decide to demo this dish?
so I am gonna do a steak and mahal, which is a a very common Cambodian steak and chimichurri kind of, and and mahal is a Cambodian staple. We put it in almost everything. So I've decided to do that, and you can't go wrong with steak and mahal. It's we we use it for New Year's, for birthday, for any occasion. There's always gonna be somebody's steak and takbahok. Grandma's steak and takbahok. My mom's steak and takbahok. You go to the restaurant. Oh, order steak and takbahok. It represents family. It represents us, and it represents Cambodians out here in Long Beach also. That we never forgot our roots, and food always brings people together. So with every food, there's always a story. So this this steak and duck mahog story goes back thousands and thousands of years, and it represents us,
Mhm.
the fermented fish, because
Yeah.
we're at the lay sop. We ferment our own fish, and then we started making food out of fermented fish. And steak and duck mahog is the most famous
Mhm.
uh, Cambodian mahog dish. So that's why I decided to do so.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really excited about this because I haven't made the bahok myself, so I'm really looking forward to learning.
So I'm
And
just gonna do. Sorry, I'm gonna do a little modern version of this because I like to upscale stuff. That's what I do. So it's gonna have this fancy look to it, but the authenticity and the flavor is still always gonna be Cambodia.
yeah, and for those of you who may not know, so bahok, like Chef T said, is fermented mudfish, and Cambodians would make it like before the time of refrigeration, like for when so that they could have fish when there was no fish in season. So this allowed them to preserve the fish and have it all year round. And it's quintessential use in all kinds of Cambodian dishes. And I'll go ahead and let Chef T take the full screen and show us how to make it.
Okay, for sure. Give me about 2 minutes, and I will present everything right now. I'm getting my cameraman, and I will get you guys on board in about 2 minutes, okay? So tune in. I'll be right back.
And while we wait, feel free to put your questions for Chef T in the chat, and we'll be sure to pass those along to him after he's done with his demo.
My cameraman's coming right now. I'm setting up the stage for you guys, okay? So I'm gonna show you what I have here. Okay, you're gonna be my cameraman, okay? Good. Reverse it the other way so you can record it.
How can I reverse it?
See? Okay, see if you can reverse it. Actually, I think this one, the camera. Cam. There you go. See if you can reverse it.
No, we got out setting.
Oh,
No
okay.
camera.
Suzanne?
No, face
Yes.
back.
There you go. Can you see it? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So I want you to go to every single item here we have, okay? So I have here, come on, you joke, follow. So I have here cilantro. I got mint. For all the people that like a little bit spicy, I got some chili flakes here. You can also use Thai chili. A lot of people use Thai chili. So, a little bit of my own modern style. A lot of people use eggplant. I'm going to do a little radish for more color. Some sliced tomatoes for color. Cucumber for the texture. Olives for the saltiness. Fermented fish. Lemons and limes.
Did you make the fermented fish yourself?
Yes. Lemons and limes. And show the audience the whole thing. I'm going to go get a bowl real fast. On the slow down. All right.
Looking for sauce?
Yeah. So, hello everybody, back again here. So I'm gonna start off by juicing all my lemons and my limes right now. So just gonna juice it, just regular juicing, nothing to it. So I got here probably like about six lemons and limes. This is the setup.
That's the setup right here.
I prefer you guys use fresh lemons and limes, but if you guys don't want to, because it's easier, they do sell lime juice and lemon juice at the store. Make it easier for you guys. As I'm about to do. That's an example. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're gonna combine our ingredients. First, I'm gonna put the fermented fish in. Some people cook it off. I cooked it off earlier. You gotta make sure to chop everything up because sometimes there are bones in there. Okay. I'll put some cucumbers in. I'll put some sliced olives. Nice color. Okay. I'll put my tomatoes. I'll put my cilantro and my mint. And my mint. Chopped mint, of course. Okay, I stir that up. Chilies. You can use fresh Thai chilies if you want, but I'm going with the fresh ground pepper. I mean fresh red pepper flakes. Depending on how you like it, spicy or not, you can put as much as you want. I'll put a little radish in here. Okay. And for restaurant purposes and showcase, just some artsy stuff, I got here some sprouts. Okay. Last but not least, good old fish sauce. You can use any brand you want. Put about a cup of that. Okay. As you can see, it's coming together. Yeah. It's really pungent if you guys can smell, or if you guys know mudfish. It gets really pungent. It smells the smell itself, yeah, it's the smell itself is like really, got this real stink funk to it. Yeah, it's but it's really good funk though. I'm about to plate it right now, and I'm gonna show you how this is gonna look. Okay. Okay, let's get this out of the plate. I have here already a seared New York steak, so we're gonna cut it on a bias. All right, nice. Just leave it on the steak. Okay, now we're gonna plate the steak onto the rice with the rice. Okay. As you can see, just now I'm gonna lay the sauce on. You can have it in a bowl. Some people like it in a bowl, but I like to present my food all the time. So I'm just gonna put the sauce on like so. And then the juice. Can't forget the juice. I always like to wipe my plate clean. Little garnishes. Always gotta have my garnish. I got here some baby cilantro. So I put that on. Put that on the rice. Okay. And for purposes for a restaurant, to make stuff look pretty, I got edibles, flour edibles.
Beautiful. It looks so delicious.
And you always have to have extra lemons and limes. Okay. And there we go. That is a whole picture.
I'm feeling so hungry right now.
Okay.
I wish I was there.
Yeah. So there you go. There you go. So as you can see, yep. So we're good. That is it right here. We got our rice. We got our New York steak. We got our pahok, and we got extra limes on the side. Yep.
Yummy.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Chef T, would you be willing to share the recipe with us?
Yes, of course. I would not. I would not hold that against nobody because this was passed out from my grandma. So I want this to keep on going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pass it down to my kid. Hopefully, he'll pass it down to his kid. So.
And the recipe for the homemade bahok too?
Yes, I will do that too. Not a problem. I do not have any. I don't have any secrets about that. Maybe secrets to my wife. Maybe that's about it. But for everybody else, no, it's okay.
Someone in the audience asked, "What's for dessert?"
Oh, how about mango and sticky rice?
Oh, that sounds perfect.
All righty. So, what are we on to the next step, Suzanne?
Yeah,
Q&A?
we'll invite questions from the audience now.
Okay,
so
cool.
go ahead
So
and,
I can actually talk back to the audience right now. I just want to show one more time before I go back. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Yep.
While we transition over, I'll let everyone know, everyone who wants a copy of the recipe that Christy just prepared can email bigread@lapl.org, and we will go ahead and share this out to you. One of the questions that we have from the audience is, besides your restaurant, do you have a favorite Cambodian restaurant you can recommend?
Do I have a favorite Cambodian restaurant? I probably have like maybe two. I will let you know. My favorite Cambodian restaurant to go to for noodles will be a place called Proquay Noodle Shack. And you guys know the Tan Brothers, Molino Tan and Man Tan. They're my friends, and they make amazing,
Yeah.
amazing noodles. Yeah, they do, and they're the closest to authenticity as Cambodia you'll ever get here in Southern California and United States. So a shout out to my friends, Man Tan and Molino Tan. That will be that will be my favorite spot. After that, probably, I would say Manorum and Sophie's Thai. Um, they're they serve authentic Cambodian cuisine. So um, there we go. That would be my two favorite. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Phnom Penh noodles is my favorite too. Yeah. Highly recommend. Another person in the audience asks, will Chef T be putting out a cookbook? He definitely should.
Matter of fact, we're working on it right now. Dr. Sue, the one that wrote Voices of a Generation, have already asked me to put together a book, and we are working on it as of right now, as we are speaking. So I've had recipes since I was like 5, 6 years old. Imagine how long I kept that. But I'm starting to throw away those younger recipes because they were not as great as what I thought they were. Mac and cheese with ketchup. Yeah, we're not gonna use that one, okay? So I have to go through this recipe book and see what is right and what's not gonna be on there. Because as a 9-year-old kid, 10-year-old kid writing stuff down and keeping it for years to come, and now I'm 40 and I go back and look at the recipe, I'm like, whoa, what was I eating? But but it shows you, see, that I kept all the stuff I created. You know, whatever I did, I wrote it down and I kept for years. And, 25, 30 some odd years later, I go back and look at it. I'm like, look, I wrote some of these recipes in crayon. So there you go. Yeah, I am working on a cookbook. So
Is I saw on your Instagram you're working also on something with a group called Chefs Off the Boat. Is that a cookbook too?
Chefs Off the Boat will be a book. That will be another book. It's a book about 9 culinary brothers that came together and help the Cambodian community out with the only thing they know how to do, which is cooking.
Mm.
And so the book will have chapters about everybody and how Chefs Off the Boat came about, the name, background, our mission, the members, everything. So it'll be like a detailed book of the kind of like the culinary Avengers. Everybody with their own unique special powers.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing that one.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. All right. All right.
Another person in the audience is asking, what are some core ingredients found in a typical Cambodian kitchen?
Wow. Okay. First off, I would like to say you got to have your bahok somewhere in there, please. Yeah, you can't have a Cambodian kitchen without fish sauce, soy sauce, sugar, sriracha, sambal. And then it takes another step, lemongrass, galanga, ginger, green onions, so on and so forth. But as spices are involved, we love fish sauce, soy sauce, hoisin sauce, oyster sauce, palm sugar, cane sugar, coconut milk, coconut, everything in that aspect. We don't use as much salt and pepper like everybody think we do. We don't. We kind of salt everything with fish sauce and soy sauce. So, and that is our base for food right there.
Yeah. I think like kind of, I don't know if you could, like, what would be the word for it, but
MSG, yes. Cambodians have MSG in their cupboard somewhere.
Oh yes.
Yeah, or you know, chicken stock, chicken bouillon. Yes, that 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 is Cambodian right there.
Yeah. And krung too. Krung.
Krug, yes, you gotta have krug. Yeah, krug. Krug is a major with lemongrass and stuff. Wow, because Cambodian food consists of many, many krug.
So krung is translated to spices, right?
Yeah, krug means spices. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I have a question. Oh wait, there's another audience person question. What are some of your favorite dishes or the ones that remind you the most of home?
Oh, home as in the motherland, Cambodia. Home as in the motherland, Cambodia. I don't know what they, or home as in Long Beach.
Maybe both.
Okay. I mean, if I really think that uh, a muk. I don't know if you guys ever had a muk before.
Mm-hmm.
A muk really speaks to me as a real Cambodian dish. The influence is no other influence. It's a dish that is only made in Cambodia. So, and if you guys don't know what a muk is like a steamed fish with kind of like a pahok and curry uh, liquid and substance with eggs. So it's cooked in banana leaf with
Mm.
with pahok, with eggs, and with fish, steamed and served with rice, white rice. So that that right there, a muk would uh, actually like scream Cambodia to me. Besides steak and tuck pahok, of course, I didn't pick that because we already went to it. But a muk is yes, and that right there really resonates, and also like have thousands and thousands of years of history of Cambodian culinary cuisine behind it all.
How about here's another audience question. What is a favorite Cambodian drink?
My favorite Cambodian drink was cider Cambodian beer. uh, I don't know. I really don't have a favorite Cambodian drink, but I do like the Knaut Chu. If you guys know what that is.
Is that
It's,
jackfruit?
no, the Knaut Chu is the one that where they go up to the tree and they get all the they get the they get the juice, and it actually makes you kind of drunk sometimes.
Oh, palm fruit. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, is there a place in Long Beach that you would recommend to get that?
The what?
To get the
No,
tnaut
I don't think they have it. I don't think they have it here in Long Beach. The Knaut Chu. I don't think so. But if they would, wow, you let me know. I'll go with you.
I'll be on the lookout. um, Another audience person's asking, do you do most of the cooking at home or for the family?
My wife can't cook at all. Yeah, she made me some green beans the other day. Instead of salt, she put sugar.
Oh wow.
And she was wondering why her green beans was caramelized instead of sautéed. And then she served it to me, right? And asked me, how good is it? I said to her, how good? You should ask me how awful. I'm so blunt. She was so mad at me. But I'm like, honey, next time just let me do the cooking, okay? So I do cook, yes. I cook quite often. I cook a lot.
And what words of advice would you give to a younger generation of cooks who aspire to be a chef one day?
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna tell you this, like nobody told me this. Just go in there and be yourself. Keep your core. So keep your core. Don't go in there and try to be this great American chef. Go there and keep your core at your background. So when you do become a great American chef, the history that you have already that you brought to the table also is alive in you still. So you don't ever try to fight it, because instead of trying to fight it, blend it and find harmony with what
Mhm.
you know in your culture and what is taught in culinary school.
Mhm.
Nobody told me this, so it was kind of like everybody's always battling to find their identity, and it's easy to find your identity. Really, it's just be who you are. When you go to school, represent your culture, your past, and learn everything you need to in culinary school, and blend it in and find who you are.
Mhm. Yeah, be your authentic self.
Yes, be yourself. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fight it. Don't fight, especially in culinary. Find harmony instead of fighting. Find
Mhm.
find the recipe. Find the ingredients that can make both sides work.
Great. Thank you. Um, so I want to thank you so much, Chef T, for sharing the stage with us today
Oh,
and sharing. I feel like you shared a lot of intergenerational wisdom, like ancestral wisdom, with these, this dish that you shared that is so as like very Cambodian, represents family, community, identity, and I just so appreciate the time you took to tell your story, and I hope that people will try out the recipe and explore Cambodian cuisine. Is there any last words you have for us, Jeff, before we sign
I
off?
just want to say, just stay strong, and in order to rise up, you have to at least fall. So when you fall, it doesn't mean it's the end. It just means it's a learning lesson. When you fall, just get back up, rise back up, because there's always going to be challenges and there's always going to be obstacles. But people that fail are the only people that don't want to get up.
Mm,
If you once fall and then rise, that is right there. That's your second chance. And I am a living proof of second chance. And it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, um, your status, your sex, your financial, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It matters what you do now. It matters what you're gonna be in the future. This journey matters. And if you do not take this first step to being yourself, you'll never know who you'll become. You'll never know. You might be the next chef T.
mm. Yes, and we have some comments in the chat. Wise words, Chef,
Uh,
and thank you so much. We need to come visit you at Gladstone's in Long
Come
Beach.
visit me at Gladstone for sure. I'll be there.
Thank you again so much for
Thank you,
sharing
Suzanne.
space with
Thank you,
us.
everybody. It was wonderful. Great time. Awesome. Maybe in the future we can do this in person.
Yes, I would love to do it in person,
Yeah.
and then we can actually taste your food.
That'd be so great. That'd be so great. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Suzanne.
And
Bye.
bye, Chef T. And thank you everyone so much for joining us for today's Big Read program. If you missed our earlier conversation on art and healing after genocide with Professor Borat Lian Fong Huen, you can find the recording on the library's YouTube channel. And some of you may not know this, but the LA Public Library has a huge cookbook collection. You can find all manner of cookbooks, both in the circulating collection in the science department, as well as rare cookbooks in the special collections department. So feel free to check those out. You can search for specific cuisines on our library catalog. And don't forget to check out our next NEA Big Read program by visiting lapl.org/Big Read. And we're going to share here a link again to our survey, or we're going to share the email that will give you access to the survey to give you a chance to win a copy of The Best We Could Do and a gift card for $50 at the library store. So make sure you email bigread@lapl.org for that link and submit that survey by Wednesday of this coming week. And we also hope that you would join us again next Saturday May 14th at 1 p.m. For our next Big Read program. We will have a conversation with Chef Andrea Nguyen in this program. We will explore Vietnamese cooking and learn how to make nok mam, which is Vietnamese fish sauce, streaming live on the library's YouTube channel. So until next time, we truly appreciate all of your support. The success of all of our library programs could not happen without viewers like you. So thank you so much for tuning in.